Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's guided meditation. There have been a lot of themes going on in the universe recently, and for me, there's been a lot of energy around recognizing the beauty and the wonder and the awe that comes with having a human experience here on Earth. Yes, there are ups and downs, and there's a lot of different experiences happening on this planet at the same time. But to tap into and to remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience, to tap back into our childlike wonder and awe as just the simple things like the wind blowing through the trees or a flower blooming and its sweet smell, just tapping in to the beauty and the wonder that's available to us on a daily basis. And I was inspired by the Beauty Way or the Beauty Way Prayer that I came across today from the Diné people, also known as the Navajo. There's a few different versions that I came across of it, and two versions that we're going to be channeling the energy behind into today's meditation. What seems to be the original version of the Beauty Way Prayer is, "In beauty I walk, with beauty before me I walk. With beauty behind me, I walk. With beauty above me, I walk. With beauty around me, I walk. It has become beauty again." And beauty has multiple meanings within this prayer. In one sense, it's talking about actual beauty, but the more prominent meaning behind the word is spiritual path. So as someone outside of the Diné culture, as I'm tuning into the energies of this prayer, the messages I'm hearing are, in my spiritual path, I walk. Before me is my spiritual path, behind me, above me, around me. Everything is my spiritual path. And not only is it an absolute truth that we are not separate from spirit, that everything that surrounds us is spirit, but it's also a reminder to allow your spiritual path to be prominent in your perspective. When you're perceiving the world, look at it with beauty. Look at it through your spiritual eyes. Look at the world and your life through the lens of your divine soul. When you see a person, a situation, a place, whatever is unfolding in your life around you, reminding yourself that it's not only beautiful and awe-striking, but remembering to stay aligned with your spiritual self, no matter where you are or what energy or experiences you're facing, because it is all source. It is all divine, always, all of the time. And there's one more version that specifically spoke to me, and that was the Diné artist Shonto Begay's version of the beauty prayer, and it goes slightly different, but with the same concept. The beauty I live with, the beauty that I live by, and the beauty upon which I base my life. We are going to be diving deeper into Shonto Begay's version of the beauty prayer in today's meditation. So if this aligns with you, if you are ready and willing to turn your perspective towards beauty, towards awe, towards spirituality and love, then please get into a comfortable position. Close your eyes, and let's start by focusing on deep breathing. Inhaling deeply through the nose and feeling the belly rise, and exhaling through the mouth with a sigh. Inhaling deeply through the nose, belly and chest rises, and exhaling through the mouth with a sigh, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Inhaling deeply through the nose, and letting it go through the mouth, dropping your shoulders, letting your body relax, and continuing like this for a few more rounds of deep breathing, making your exhales long and slow through the mouth. using our breathing to calm us, to help us drop into the present moment, allowing ourselves to relax, to be relieved of stress or tension, letting go of any thoughts, letting go of the day behind you or the day ahead of you, dropping deeper into yourself, deeper into your awareness. And like roots of a tree, begin to imagine roots growing out of your body and into the earth beneath you, growing through layers of dirt and rock, deeper and deeper towards the center of Mother Earth. And repeating after me out loud or in your head, I release any and all energy that no longer serves my highest good out of my body, out of my field, down my roots now. With another exhale through the mouth, just letting it go, letting this release unfold. Letting any distractions or dissonance slip away down your roots. Deepening your presence in the present moment, as deep as your roots extend into the earth, dropping deeper and deeper inside of yourself. And now visualizing a sphere of golden white light, one surrounding your body and a second surrounding your home or whatever space you're in. And these spheres of light are clearing and protecting your space, clearing the energy, helping you transmute anything that you want to alchemize today. If there's any pain that you want to alchemize into beauty, any lack that you want to alchemize into gratitude, we are tuning the frequency of these spheres of light now to serve that purpose. To alchemize all lower vibrational, unserving energies, emotions, thoughts, alchemizing them into their higher vibrational counterpart, into love and gratitude, abundance. And so it is. Bringing your hands to your heart. With every inhale and exhale, begin to imagine that you are breathing this light into your heart. This light that alchemizes and transmutes. Every inhale, breathing it into your heart. And every exhale through your mouth, slow and steady. Welcoming this light and this healing into your heart space. Welcoming it into your heart space, the source, the roots of your love. And with every exhale, just allowing it to spread warmly, slowly, lovingly, spreading to fill the rest of your body, setting the intention that this light is reaching any corners, any shadows of yourself, of your heart, of your psyche, of your soul, and transmuting these lower vibrational experiences into love and gratitude and abundance. And now bringing to your mind feelings of love and gratitude. The people in your life that you are grateful for, the beings in your life that you are grateful for and love, fond memories, happy experiences. Places and situations that you can find gratitude for, even if they're not ideal, even if they're not quite yet what you've been wishing and manifesting for. Allowing yourself to feel grateful for what you currently have, regardless of what comes tomorrow, regardless of what has been lost or gained in the past. Regardless of what might feel delayed, knowing that it is all divinely intended. Knowing that today is another chance, another gift of being alive, of being here, of being able to have hopes and dreams and wishes, to be able to have another day to take a shot at them. Gratitude for yourself, for this journey that you have been on, for navigating all of the ups and downs, for being strong enough to overcome what you have. And now imagining dropping into a scene in your life. Any day, any place, any scenario is fine. And bringing to mind the first line in Shonto Begay's prayer, which is the beauty I live with. The beauty that already naturally exists in the world. Looking around in this scene that you've placed yourself in, the people, places, the plants, the experiences, finding the beauty that surrounds you at any given place and any given time. the beauty of an acorn that grows into a tree, the beauty of an egg that hatches a bird that will one day lay its own eggs, the cycle of life and death, family, friendships, the beauty of having a meal to eat, the beauty of having a roof above our heads, the beauty that even with nothing else, we could never be separate from the beauty of our own souls, the beauty of ourselves is always with us. And not just the beauty that I live with, the spiritual path that I live with, the divinity that is constantly present, that manifests itself in every form. The spiritual path of my choices, of my navigation, the beauty and the spiritual path that are simply gifted to us just by waking up. The beauty that I live by, the spiritual path that I live by. That beauty and spirit is a force of energy and nature, a reason to live, guidelines that anchor us in any situation. Beauty and our spiritual path that will always lead us back to center, back to alignment, back to our highest self, our highest timeline. The timeline where we allow ourselves to come from a place of love, to perceive all people, all places, all things from this perspective, this origin of love, of beauty, of divinity. The beauty upon which I base my life, the spiritual path upon which I base my life. In what ways does spirit hold you, support you? The beauty upon which I base my life, in one sense, meaning a foundation on which upon you are able to live, to experience, to have hopes and dreams. And then also in the sense of why you're here, why you chose to have this human experience, maybe a life purpose or a soul mission, something you came to Earth to experience. The beauty and spiritual path upon which I base my life, allowing your spiritual path to serve as an anchor, to ground and center and align you in any atmosphere. The purpose, the source, the origin within all lifetimes, behind all experiences, behind all creation. Bringing yourself back to the truth, the absolute core truth. Source energy, the fact that it animates all of creation, that it is all of creation, that we are all awe-inspiring spiritual beings who came down to earth to have this human experience. To not get caught up in the insignificant details. To not get caught up in doubt and lack and frustration and confusion. To not forget this truth, but instead allow ourselves to expand in this perception of beauty, of love, of spirit. When something frustrating happens, find a way to laugh at it. Find a way to smile. Find a way to make light of those petty little situations that we usually let get to us. Because it's a miracle that we're here at all. It's a miracle that we're here to have those experiences, good or bad. And how funny is it to be a spiritual being having a human experience and to stub your toe, to lock yourself out of your house, to get red lights the whole way to work? If we can shift our perspective from creating suffering out of these experiences and instead be able to laugh at ourselves, to laugh at all of the silly, wonky, crazy things that are accessible to us in this lifetime, we can shift our reality in leaps and bounds in a positive direction. The red lights and the green lights are both God, and it's your perspective that determines your experience of it. The couch, your toe, the pain in your toe are all God. And your perspective of it is what determines your experience with it. When you're able to find the silliness, you're able to restore your childlike innocence. And your innocence is your source, God, energy, and nature. Not allowing your innocence to be affected by external influences and negative programming. Always, in every moment, in every situation, returning to God, returning to Source, within you, within everything that surrounds you, the people, the animals, the places you love, the roof above your head, the floor on which you walk, the food that you eat. Being grateful for it. Remembering that even the simplest things are wonderful, are miraculous. Beginning to understand that your life is already miraculous. That your life is already a series of miracles. There is not one thing in your life that is separate from Source. And there is no one thing in your life that is not miraculous by that logic. The drapes on your windows, the hair on your head, the clothes on your body, the grass in your yard and all the critters wandering around in it, the sun on your skin, the rain that nourishes the earth, that grows crops to nourish you. How much gratitude can you call upon? How much love and awe and wonder can you call upon right now? Can you find the beauty and the source energy even within the worst experiences in your life right now? Even if you're not ready to laugh at them, can you find a way to soothe yourself with this perspective? Can you find a way to heal with this perspective? Can you find a way to let go with this perspective? Can you find more happiness in your life with this perspective? More purpose, more passion, more fun. Awake in the dream and capable of anything. So what will you do? What will you choose to feel? What will you choose to create and experience? Blessing your life with this beauty, blessing your perception with beauty, allowing your life to emanate beauty, allowing yourself and your physical form to emanate beauty. And I'm not saying cookie cutter, look one way or another. I'm saying every cell in your body is a miracle. Can you act like it? Can you own the truth of your miraculous nature? Can you walk the earth in this lifetime with that confidence? With that centered knowing of who you are at your absolute source and truth? Why you're here beyond all purposes and missions, to love, to experience life. When you feel pain, can you be grateful to feel? And when you feel love, can you feel grateful to feel? When you experience something bad, can you find gratitude for being alive, for having another chance to try again and experience something else? And when you experience something good, can you be grateful for the same reasons? Can you tune into it, amplify it, ground those feelings of happiness and gratitude into your very being, into every and any experience that you may have? Not every day and every experience is cookies and rainbows. But can you allow the moments that are good to be good? Can you allow yourself to experience good and happiness without fear of what could go wrong, without fear of it leaving or you losing it? Can you be grateful for who and what you have, regardless of the timelines, regardless of how many days, weeks, months, years? Can you be grateful for what you have right now? Good days and bad days will come, but it is your choice to create good days. It is your choice to turn something neutral, a blank slate, into something positive, into something beautiful. In beauty I walk. With beauty before me, I walk. With beauty behind me, I walk. With beauty above me, I walk. With beauty below me, I walk. With beauty around me, always, at all times, I walk. It has become beauty again. It always has, and it always will be. And so it is, just spreading these blessings, this beauty across your life and the lives of all you love, the lives of all who are on the earth at this time, praying for the beauty of the earth, the beauty of its people and animals, the beauty of our places, our experiences, praying that all people may remember their miraculous truth, their miraculous beauty, that we may all walk together again on this earth in that path of love and beauty, that we may come together again in the truth of our nature, in the truth behind all truths, the reason behind all reasons. It was always just to exist, just to be here, just to take a swing at it, just to experience yourself as you are. And so it is. Thank you so much for meditating with me today. I am wishing you all the love, happiness, health, and beauty in the world. And so it is. Namaste.